I think there's a different level of comfort and understanding where you don't have to explain all the background dynamics of intersectionalities. Like there's an understanding of cultural norms and values that are different than the dominant Canadian society, because, South Asian communities are very community based, whereas in North American society is very individualistic. So, there can be so many discrepancies in the way that a therapist conceptualizes an individual's experience, and the advice that they give can be quite different. So I think having that lens and cultural understanding can definitely provide a different layer of understanding without having to explain yourself or justify. And it's a different level of comfort as well, because I know for myself, I don't know what my first language would be. I don't know if it's Urdu, I don't know if it's English, but sometimes there's things that I want to articulate, but I think about it in Urdu and I don't know how to say it in English because, English is such a selective language. Urdu is much more descriptive. And I know a lot of other languages, they have a lot more analogies, metaphors, things that to explain. So sometimes there's also a disconnect in your delivery. So it's also nice just to be able to not have that pressure of, am I saying this right? Is this being delivered in a correct way? But there's also some difficulties because sometimes, depending on your relationship with your culture, some clients don't want culturally similar therapists, right? Because they're fearful of that judgment, or maybe they're fearful of just the same kind of stereotyping. And it's, South Asian communities, again, we're very communal based, so they're also scared of people talking. So, a lot of my myth debunking that I do with clients is just really educating them about their rights as a client and, just the government laws and my professional obligations to their privacy. Because I know that's also a really big fear that many of my clients come forward with is, I was really happy to find you as a South Asian female therapist, but also I'm kind of nervous because how do I know you don't know somebody in my community? So a lot of it is empowering them about, just the Personal Health Information Protection Act, my College of Social Workers, Social Service Workers, like provisions on privacy and confidentiality, and also just empowering them to recognize that this may be a therapy interfering limitation, right? If they're constantly fearful of what's going to happen with the information, because I am a South Asian therapist, then maybe it's good for them to reflect and ask, is this a good fit for me? Because I'm a real advocate for this is your time, your money, your therapy. So if at any point you don't feel comfortable and we can't work around it, that's totally okay. I want you to get the best opportunity. And often clients they always tell me they don't get that message. They're not even aware that they could request different therapists or they can switch to somebody, because I feel like navigating the system of mental health is so sticky and tricky. And because it's so stigmatized, there's not a lot of information about how to go around a lot of these issues or a lot of these limitations. So definitely I'm very open with my clients to recognize that this is their opportunity to learn and grow. So whatever is in their best interest, I'll always prioritize.